Ever since we applied an edge bar feeder to our machine, it's freed up my time and my employees' time. That's allowed us to start dedicating more of our attention to what's going to drive this company further down the road. My name is Brad Loyet. I'm the owner of BP Fabrication here in St. Louis, Missouri. We started off as almost 90% race car parts. I was a race car driver by trade, so the smartest decision we could do was to go after the racer. When COVID hit, racing was shut down just like the rest of the world. We quickly pivoted, and now we're probably 75% non-racing parts as a job shop. We got to the point where our turning work was so busy that we needed to supplement it with another lathe. That lathe itself runs nearly 100,000 parts a year. Some of the spuds that we make are very basic, very simple, something where I'd have a guy standing over there loading a part by hand that was just absolutely foolish, but we didn't know better at the time, right? And that's when I first reached out to Edge Technologies about getting a bar feeder. I was able to take a guy who would be standing in a machine basically for 8 hours a day and have him start to work on other projects. So I did the math on it after purchasing the machine, and we basically paid off the machine within 6 months of purchase. Before purchasing the bar feeder, I'm the type of guy who, if we needed a delivery date to be done, I would work late. I would work a weekend. It didn't matter. I had to do what I had to do to get the parts done. Since we've gotten the bar feeder, I've gotten that freedom of I can leave at night and see that green light shining and hear the bar feeder pushing parts and know that I'm gonna walk in the morning to not only completed parts, but being ahead of a timeline that we might have already had. When Edge came out to do the installation, it was totally professional. The training, it was something they were able to walk us through within an hour. Not only were we done with training, but we were running parts after that. We haven't ran into any issues over the course of time. I have reached out over some questions and I've gotten an answer the same day. That's everything you expect out of a tooling supplier. The bar feeder, it doesn't call in sick. It doesn't have a bad attitude. It literally runs 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. It doesn't care. It's going to keep pushing parts out. And for us, it's been a huge game changer. It's upped my programming time. It's upped my time that I'm able to sell parts. It's also given me freedom to be with my family more too. When I purchased my first lathe, I didn't even know what a bar feeder was and how it produced value. Knowing that we have one now and seeing the value that it produces, I'm never going to purchase another lathe without a bar feeder.